23 Things You Didn't Know About Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is an American institution, and now an international institution too. Although you probably think you're pretty familiar with this pizza chain, there's more to the company and its extensive history than stuffed crust, red plastic cups, and buildings with funny roofs. Here are 23 things you didn't know about Pizza Hut. 1 of 23. Pizza Hut is more than 65 years old. Much of Pizza Hut's nostalgia is from its 1990s heyday, but the company is much older. Pizza Hut was founded in Wichita, Kansas, in 1958 by two brothers, Don and Frank Carney. 2 of 23. The first store would not have been possible without dear old mother. Dan and Frank Carney were not businessmen flush with cash. They were Wichita State College students who had to borrow $600 from their mother to open their first restaurant. Mom was reassured early on, as the brothers opened a second store after just 6 months, and after the first year had a total of 6 locations. 3 of 23. The original restaurant is now a museum. The original Pizza Hut location, once operated by friends, family, and siblings of the Carney brothers, still stands. The building at the corner of Bluff and Kellogg on Wichita State's campus is no longer an operating restaurant, but a Pizza Hut museum that tells the story of the company's founding. Narrates the building itself had to be removed and moved to the current location. 4 of 23. This name was created out of necessity and limitation. The name Pizza Hut wasn't exactly a well thought out plan. The first restaurant's sign can only hold 8 letters, and when you subtract 5 letters from the word pizza, you don't have much wiggle room. The Hut literally fit the bill, and given the small size of the first place, it paid off. 5 of 23. Pizza Hut used to have a charm. A long time ago, Pizza Hut unveiled a cartoon mascot called Pizza Pete. The since-retired character, a mustachioed man with a big nose, a black hat and a red and white checkered handkerchief, was introduced long ago, predating other corporate mascots. His first work came in 1963, the same year that McDonald's created the character of Ronald McDonald. 6 of 23. The iconic architecture is almost as old as the company itself. Although the original location had a pitched roof, it wasn't until 1969 that the iconic Pizza Hut building first opened. And this was not an accident or fate. The structure was deliberately and skillfully designed by Chicago-based architect George Lindstrom. 7 of 23. One of their first employees eventually became famous in football. When there were only 24 locations, the Carney brothers eyed the franchise and tried to convince at least one store manager to open one. However, the manager, then a student at Wichita State College, aspired to become a football coach and followed his dreams instead. That's a good thing, because that kid was named Bill Parcells, and although he doesn't have a Pizza Hut today, he does have 2 Super Bowl rings, 2 NFL Coach of the Year awards, and a well-deserved place in the NFL Hall of Fame. 8 of 23. You used to be able to buy a toy pizza oven. Coleco stands for the Connecticut Leather Company, best known for creating a popular gaming system in the 1970s. In the same decade, Coleco also released a Pizza Hut branded toy pizza oven that actually cooked food sort of like an easy-to-cook pizza oven. If you're willing to look hard and pay a premium, you can still find some older versions for sale online. 9 of 23. Pizza Hut was once delivered to the White House. The White House did get a Pizza Hut delivery once, but it wasn't a late-night delivery for President Clinton or a game day delivery for George W. Bush. First Lady Barbara Bush ordered food for 200 children in 1989 as part of a Reading is Essential pizza party. 10 of 23. A very young Elijah Wood was in a Pizza Hut commercial. Before starring in Rob Reiner's North in 1994 and the blockbuster adaptation of The Adventures of Huck Finn the previous year, Elijah Wood appeared in a Pizza Hut commercial in 1992. Elijah was only 11 years old when he was thrown into a potato salad. He cooked before his parents ditched the barbecue idea and ordered from Pizza Hut. 11 of 23. Pizza Hut was the first pizza joint to offer online ordering. In the early days of the internet, Pizza Hut pioneered online ordering. They first offered the service in 1994. When the chain debuted its PizzaNet website, ordering anything online was a novel concept. For context, 1994 was the year Amazon was founded, and it didn't even go public for another year. 12 of 23. Pizza Hut was also delivered to space. After delivering pizza to the White House, the sky is literally the limit. In 2001, Pizza Hut sent astronauts to the International Space Station ISS. And that wasn't just an ordinary order, as the world's first space consumable pizza was a year-long collaboration between Pizza Hut and Russian food scientists. It measured just 6 inches in diameter to fit inside the ISS's oven and was topped with salami because pepperoni didn't pass the 60-day testing process. 13 of 23. Pizza Hut tried to get their logo on the moon. The ISS delivery wasn't Pizza Hut's first space goal. A 1999 New York Times article reported that the company's marketing team first considered projecting its logo on the moon with lasers. However, they scrubbed this campaign's launch after consulting with astronomers and physicists and concluding that a visible image would have to be the size of Texas, and would cost hundreds of millions of dollars. 14 of 23. Donald Trump saved stuffed crust pizza. Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza brings in billions each year, but when it was first introduced in 1995, the invention seemed destined to flop. The company tried everything to market its new menu item, but it wasn't until a recently divorced Donald and Ivana Trump appeared in a TV ad that it truly took off. The following year, Pizza Hut increased sales by 300 million, and stuffed crust pizza has remained a restaurant staple ever since. 15 of 23. Mikhail Gorbachev once filmed a political ad in a Pizza Hut. In 1997, when Soviet Union leader Mikhail Gorbachev wanted to promote himself as offering freedom and economic opportunity to the country's citizens, he filmed a commercial in a Russian Pizza Hut. Because of him, we have many things, like Pizza Hut, says one patron in the commercial, leading to cheers of hail to Gorbachev from the other customers. Gorbachev is then shown smiling as he dines with his granddaughter. The commercial never aired in Russia, but it did appear internationally. 16 of 23. Pizza Hut is owned by Pepsi. The ubiquity of Pepsi products at Pizza Hut is not a coincidence. The chain was purchased by PepsiCo in 1977. PepsiCo created a spin-off corporation, Yum! Brands, in 1997, which now owns Pizza Hut in addition to KFC and Taco Bell. That's why you'll often find combined versions of these fast food restaurants with lifetime contracts requiring them to exclusively serve Pepsi products. 17 of 23. Frank Carney turned trader. After Dan and Frank Carney sold their company to Pepsi in 1977, they didn't leave the pizza business. Frank stayed on as president and a member of the board of directors for another 3 years before doing the unthinkable in 1994, becoming a franchisee for rival chain Papa John's. Frank owned 133 locations at one point and even appeared in a Papa John's commercial where he said, "Sorry, guys, I found a better pizza." 18 of 23. Pizza Hut perfume was a real thing. For a limited time, Canadian Pizza Hut locations offered a pizza-scented perfume. To be clear, it didn't smell like pizza but instead had a freshly baked, hand-tossed dough scent, according to a 2012 press release. The stunt was staged to commemorate Pizza Hut Canada reaching 100,000 Facebook fans, but only 110 bottles were produced in the end. 19 of 23. Pizza Hut also once offered a wedding package. Need a fancy place to wear your Pizza Hut fragrance the same year that the perfume was released? Pizza Hut also announced it was offering a wedding package that included a ruby engagement ring, bouquet of flowers, personal fireworks display, professional photographer, professional videographer, limo service, and a complete Pizza Hut dinner box. With a pizza, breadsticks, and cinnamon sticks. Despite the $10,000 price tag, Pizza Hut reportedly received more than 500 serious inquiries in just a few hours. 20 of 23. You can order pizza through your Xbox. At some point in the early 21st century, Xbox and Pizza Hut realized they appealed to similar demographics, and a partnership was born. Since 2013, gamers have been able to order pizzas through a special Pizza Hut for Xbox app. They typically offer 15% off coupons for first-time orders, so if you're gaming and getting hungry, look out for that promotion. 21 of 23. Pizza Hut collaborated on a pizza with IKEA. You've heard of meatball pizza, but what about Swedish meatball pizza? That recipe became a reality in 2020 when Pizza Hut teamed up with IKEA to release a limited-time menu item topped with pepperoni and whole meatballs. We won't blame you if you didn't notice, as the Swedish meatball pizza was available only at Hong Kong Pizza Hut locations. 22 of 23. There are 16,000 plus locations worldwide. After 6 decades of franchising, Pizza Hut now boasts more than 16,000 restaurants worldwide. That includes a whopping 350,000 employees in over 100 countries serving an average of 1 million pizzas daily. 23 of 23. The Book It program is 40 years old. Every chain has a cause, and Pizza Hut's is literacy. The company launched its Book It reading incentive program back in 1984 and has been operating it ever since. The program grants reading award certificates to deserving young bookworms, with each certificate good for a free, one-topping personal pan pizza. This program is available for kids from pre-K through 6th grade and is free for both schools and homeschooling parents. 20.
I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever